Yogis. This is Stephen Chang coming to you live from Simha Yoga Lab in Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website at simhayoga.com for the full streaming schedule as well as my payment information for Venmo and for PayPal. My preferred way of payment is through Venmo, and my handle is Simha Yoga Lab, and the 4-digit ID code is 8096. Classes are $10, and if you're having a difficult time right now, $5 is fine. We'll all just work with each other. Please let your friends know that classes are happening here, and if you come across my social media postings, please repost and let people know. I am live streaming through Instagram and through Facebook on the streaming times. And then on Instagram, I am saving them for 24 hours. And then on Facebook, I leave them up for about a week or two or so. And then I start to delete them. Now, I do have a YouTube channel, Simha Yoga Lab, and all of my videos are permanently stored there and archived. So you can actually practice at any time. You do not need to tune in during my streaming times. You can practice anytime all over the world. So please share and let people know and practice with me. Alright, so today's class is intermediate advanced. For those of you with tighter hips, please elevate sitting up on a block or a blanket. Now for those of you who are newer to my practice, welcome. So I do give a lot of variations. If I am working on something a little bit out of your range, please pull back and stick with something a little bit more accessible for you. Please don't hurt yourselves. Take your time in developing your practice. If I'm offering something interesting for you, please try it out. If I'm not offering something that you really like, please take any poses you would like, any variations. Anytime we're holding a pose is your opportunity to kind of explore your own thing. So keep that in mind. All right, sitting up tall, palms face up. And with your fingers in Gana Mudra, thumb and index fingers touching, allow the shoulders to broaden as you ground evenly through your seat. Lips touching, starting to regulate your breath, breathing only through your nose. And let the inhales even out with your exhales. Three arms together, inhale. Keeping the eyes closed, hands together in prayer on front of the heart, pressing the thumbs into your heart, heart back into the thumbs, lifting the heart up toward the sky, setting your intention for yoga practice, devoting your practice to someone or something, or to yourself, your supreme self that lives within your heart. Chanting the mantra for purification, purifying the space in which you practice yoga. Call a response, I will call it, and repeat the response with you. Om Pavitraha, Om Pavitraha, Pavitrawa, Pavitrawa, Sarva Vushtan, Gatopiwa, Yaha Smarit, Pundrikaksham, Sapahya, Bihyendraha, Suchihi. Beginning to open the eyes, palms face up. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, right ear to the right shoulder, right hand to the left side. Elongate through the left side of the neck. Chin toward the right shoulder. Release, back to center, drop the right hand, left ear to the left shoulder, left hand to the right side. And the chin toward the left shoulder. Release, back to center, drop left hand, chin toward the chest. Big circles with the head in one direction, ear to one side, roll it back, opposite side, roll the center. Take a few more rounds at your own pace. One more giant circle, chin back toward the chest and pause. Taking the opposite direction. And then back to center again. Lift the chin parallel to the floor, neutral spine. Coming off your blocks and extend the legs forward, separating feet. Hands supporting to either side and turn your toes toward each other. And then roll out. Draw in, roll out, draw in. Outer rotation, circling the ankles. Back to center, switch them around. And then back to center again, cross your shins, opposite shin on top. Raise down to high and extend. Twist to the right on the exhale. Back to center, arms up. Exhale, other side. Back to center again. Side bends, right hand down, left arm overhead. Take back up, other side. Back to center again, legs forward, forward fold. Take it back up, support with the hands behind you. Pivot to your heels, your feet are slightly forward. And let's windshield wipe your knees side to side. The next time you drop your knees over to the left side, stay there. Draw the left heel in, right heel back. Support with your left hand, right arm is up, elbows bent, fingers are soft. Inhale. Draw the right elbow back. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, draw the right elbow back. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, twist left and stay there. Extend the right arm fully, reach your right fingertips and twist a little bit deeper. Take the right hand to top of the left thigh. Reach your left arm up and overhead, left side stretch. Take back to center, counter twist to the right. Back to center, left hand comes down, raise your, lift the hips, raise your right arm up and across the collarbone, back in space. Reach your right arm up and over the right ear. And then thread the right arm underneath the left. You can rest your belly on top of your left thigh and twist. Take it back up, take the seat back down, and switch sides. Right heel comes in, left heel goes back. Right hand to floor for support, left arm is parallel to floor, elbows bent, fingers are soft. Inhale, draw the left elbow back. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, draw the left elbow back. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale back. Exhale, twist right. Stay here. Press the right hand to floor for resistance to twist a little bit deeper. Then extend the left arm fully and twist even more. Then take the left hand to the top of the right thigh, raise your right arm up and side bend to your left. Take it back up to vertical, twist to your left. Take it back to center. Right hand to ground. Lift your shins. Left arm up and across the collarbone. Back in space. Heart opener. Back bend. Raise your left arm up and over the left ear. Side stretch. And then rotating into the spine. Thread the left arm underneath your right. You can rest your belly on top of your thighs and twist. Take it back up again. Take the seat back down. Soles of feet together. Knees apart. Grabbing the ankles, draw the heels in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hold. Take it back up. Step the feet to the floor, tabletop. Hands come back behind you. Inhale, lift. Now, if your neck is a little bit kind of uncomfortable, you can always look forward. If your neck is strong and healthy and flexible, you can drop the head back. But do lift the hips. And start to take the seat down. Reach your left heel further forward, lowering the left leg so you can take right ankles to knee a little more easily. Step the left foot in. Flexing the right foot, staying up top. Then three-legged tabletop lift. Take the seat back down, drop the knees over to the left side. Right hand behind you, left arm is up and twist. Inhale back center, counter twist. Back to center again. Lift the shins back up and then shift to stand on your left foot. Lean forward, shift to your tiptoes and stay here to balance using your hands for support. If you feel you're confident enough to start balancing on your tiptoes, you may take it. Let the hands come to the floor. Stand up over your left leg with ankles to knee and fold forward. Bend your left knee, start to stand, coming into a standing balance here, ankles to knee. Torso's leaning forward, fingertips, crown of the head reaching forward, tailbones reaching back. Yogic toe lock to the right big toe. Start to stand up and extend, open it out to the side. Take it back to center, arms up, warrior three. To then step back to warrior one. Open it up, warrior two, reverse warrior, side angle. Extended side angle, right palm to face down and reach forward. Half bind, right arm up and behind you, stack. You may stay here or take the full bind. Release, inhale, take it back up, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the floor, left foot stepping back plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Walk or jump through to a seated position. Lift your soles of feet, pivot your heels. Let's take some windshield wipers here. Take it back to center. Keep the right heel slightly forward, left ankles to knee. Walk your right foot in and sitting up tall. Drop the knees over to the right side. Left hand behind you, right arm is up on the inhale. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, counter twist to the right. Back to center again. Lift the shins back up. And start to walk forward. Stay balancing on your tiptoes with your hands for support at first. If you feel you can balance here without your hands, go ahead and take a balance. All right, hands come to the floor. Stand up over the right leg and fold with ankles to knee. Then bend your right knee. Lift the torso, ankles to knee. Reach your tail back, crown of the head, fingertips reach forward with a lengthy spine. Left yogic toe lock. Start to stand up, extend, and open. Take it back to center, arms up, warrior three. Step it back, warrior one. Open it up. Warrior two, reverse warrior, side angle. Extended side angle, left palm facing down and reach forward. Half bind, left arm up and behind you. You may stay there or take a full bind. Release. Inhale, come up. Reverse warrior. Hands to the floor. Right foot stepping back, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Bend the knees, walk, jump through to a seated position. Grab the back of the legs, shift back toward the sacrum, raising the shins. Now we tend to round your back. I want you to lift the chest, lean the head slightly back, keep the neck neutral to your spine, and then extending the arms forward. Extend the legs. Lower the heels almost all the way down, but still hovering. Raise just your left leg. Switch. Lower the right heel back down. Open up the legs. Close. Raise your legs back up. Bend the knees. Legs forward, arms up. Forward fold. Lift back up with control. Lower onto your back. Draw the knees in. Hands to the back of the neck. Elbows up. So you're supporting the back of the neck with your hands interlaced or one palm over the other. So make sure you're supporting the neck and not the back of the head. Right? So I want you to support the neck so that you don't use your neck in all this core work. Raise your legs up. You can flex your feet, you can point your toes, you can yoga your toes, your choice. Your legs are activated, your inner thighs are squeezing. Supporting the back of the neck, inhale one breath. Exhale, lift the upper back away from the floor. Keep the neck neutral. Try not to draw the chin toward the chest, but instead lean the head back so that the hands are cradling the back of the neck and your spine is long in a neutral position. So you are looking upwards instead of forwards, right? If you draw the chin toward the chest, you're looking forward. I want you to deactivate the work to the neck. I want you to work from your upper core. So think about your heart center lifting up and the upper back lifting away from the floor. So by now, if your legs are engaged, your lower core should be beginning to fire up. If you're lifting the upper back high enough and activated enough, you should start to feel the upper core now. Right? So the back of the neck, you're not overworking it. You're not drawing your chin toward the chest at all, so that your neck and your shoulders are not overworking. Still holding here for another 5, 4, lift even higher, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees, lower the upper back, lower the back of the head. Deep inhale here. Extend the legs again on the exhale. Lift the upper back away from the floor. So you're reaching upwards through your heart center. Try again, not to draw the chin toward the chest, but instead lean the head back and cradle your hands to the back of the neck, supporting the neck. Legs are active. Upper core lifting, beginning to fire up even more. If you want to intensify that, feel that your tail is lifting away from the floor as well. You don't have to lift a lot. Even 1 millimeter, if you're activating correctly, you don't need a lot of lift, you just need activation. Holding here, both the upper core and your tail for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees, release your tail, release your upper back, release the back of the head. Stay holding here. Deep inhale. Extend the legs again on the exhale. Lift the upper back, again neutral back of the neck I mean. Lifting from the upper core. Legs are active. Lift the tail as well if you have it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees, lower the upper back, release your head. Step the feet down, release your arms as well alongside the hips. Bridge pose. Press your heels down, lift the seat up. Taking the back bend, releasing your belly. By pressing your upper back and the back of the head to the floor, it should feel really nice as a restorative position for your upper back. Start to lower the seat back down. Extend the right leg out. Draw the left knee in toward the chest. And then take the hands to support the left heel. And then grabbing the heel, make sure you flex your foot, right? To support the left ankle and left knee, right? So you're going to start to flex your left foot and draw the left shin closer toward the chest. You can start to lift the upper back so that you can take leg cradle to your left leg. And then once you have your leg cradle, use the weight of the upper torso to pull against your left shin so that maybe eventually the head comes all the way down. If your head does not come down and you're hovering, that is fine. But make sure you're flexing the left foot. You have to activate the muscles around your left ankle and the left knee to protect those joints, right? Because you're pulling against your left shin right now with the weight of your arms and your torso. Let's go a little bit deeper. Start to dig the left shoulder underneath the left knee. And then press the back of the arm up against the back of the left leg. If you want to bind, right hand to your left foot, and maybe threading your head past your arm to press back, getting more flexibility into your hips. Begin to release, half lotus, top of left foot to your right hip crease, and draw the left knee forward and down. Alright. Release second side, extend the left leg out, and draw the right knee in. Hug that knee in. Start to switch hand positions. So you're going to take the hands to the right heel of the right ankle. Make sure you start flexing the right foot at this point so that you're protecting the ankle joint, the knee joint of the right leg. Alright, so now you're going to start to lift the upper back. Thread the arms underneath your right shin and take leg cradle here. So you're pulling against your right shin with the arms. Let the torso get heavy, maybe to the point that the head can come down. If you're hovering, that is okay. You don't have to take the head or the upper back down. Alright, let's go a little bit deeper. Start to dig the right shoulder behind the right knee. You can just hold it here. Or the left hand, grab the top of the right foot, thread the head past your left arm, and lean back. Start to release, half lotus, top of the right foot to your left hip crease, and draw the right knee forward and down. Release, and take happy baby to both legs. If you're ready to go deeper, take the arms underneath your legs, draw the knees higher, let the feet separate. We'll hold it here for 5 more. For those of you who have the full pose of the Yogi Nidrasana, you can start to take the feet behind the head if that is within your practice and your flexibility. If not, you're just taking a you're taking a happy baby with your arms pressing against the back of the legs, and your feet are separated. You're pulling against your legs with the arms. Start to release. Hug the knees in. Roll forward into seated position. Okay? Keep the left leg extended. And take the right leg extended. Let's take the half lotus with the left leg first. Okay? If your half lotus is comfortable, you can stay there. If that is really difficult for your ankles or your knees, you can take Chandrashasana and fold forward. For those of you who have the half lotus, keep the half lotus for the 4 corners pose. If you don't have the half lotus, you're just going to keep the left heel to the floor, left leg to the floor, and then take leg cradle to the right leg. Right? So this is the beginning of the preparation for 4 corners pose. So we took this pose already. This is your leg cradle with taking a seated position instead of a reclining position. Right, so this is the preparation for your 4 corners. Right? If you have the half lotus, you're keeping the half lotus. If you don't have the half lotus, your left leg is on the floor. Alright, so you're going to keep your left arm connected to the right ankle. Release your right hand. If you can, take the bind and hold it here. If you cannot take the bind, right hand to the back of the head, left hand is in Dhyana Mudra. Right? Ideally, you want your spine to be fully extended, but if you don't have the full extension and you're beginning to work on it, right? I have a pretty rounded back here, I just don't have the flexibility, so I am working into the pose, right, with the intention of straightening out eventually. If you have the full extension, that's what you want. If you don't have the full bind and you want to keep the full extension instead, this is where you want to be. Right? If you don't have the half lotus, this is where you are. Two more breaths. Alright, beginning to release. Extend the right leg out. Extend the left leg out. Flex your feet, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Alright, second side. Keeping your left leg extended. Either Janu Shirshasana, so the right foot to the inner left leg, or the half lotus, your deeper variation of the same. Left hand to the floor, right arm is up, inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. If you don't need your left hand for support, you can take both hands to your left foot and fold. I'll give you a front view of this. Start to take it back up. If you don't have the half lotus, you're in your Janu Shirshasana. Start to bend your left knee and take a leg cradle. Right, so if you have your half lotus, keep your half lotus. If you don't, here's where you are. Wherever you are in this position, keep it. You're going to start to take the left hand and release from that leg cradle, and then taking the bind into four corners pose, Chaturkonasana. Take the hands to bind and then thread it past your head, and make sure you're flexing your left foot. Really important to flex your left foot here. Right, so that's your four corners pose. If you're taking the half lotus variation, this is where you are. And again, do the best you can to keep the spine as lengthened as possible. Ideally, that's what we want, full extension without rounding, right? But it does require a lot of flexibility and balance here. So if you're a little bit rounded, let's just call it a work in progress, right? Two more breaths. And begin to release. Extend the left leg forward. Extend the right foot leg forward. Flex your feet. Reach your arms up high. Inhale. Exhale. Forward fold. Take it back up. Cross your shins. Walk or jump back. Chaturanga, down, down, down. Inhale, take it forward into a plank. Lower all the way down to the floor. Sphinx pose. Forearms are down. Grab opposite elbows to set up the distance of your shoulders width. Then take the forearms back down to parallel each other. Forearms are pressing down, hands are pressing down. Press your belly and your lower ribs down as well. And then lift the upper back in opposition, looking slightly forward. If you want to deepen your back bend, you can widen out your knees a little bit, bending the knees and touching the toes. You may keep working here. For those of you who have more back bending abilities and you want to go deeper, press your palms down. lift the elbows. Start to think about the crown of the head reaching toward the toes. I am nowhere near that, but if you have the flexibility to reach your head toward the toes, go ahead and work toward there. Or just stay in your forearms. Or if you're not taking this option, you're staying in Sphinx. Alright, those of you in Sphinx, if you want to intensify that, you can always lift your elbows and take into Bhujangasana. Alright, wherever you are, everyone start to come back to your Sphinx. Lower all the way down, walk your hands back, and then gently, slowly, child's pose. Beginning to stretch your lower back from that deep back bend, let the head release. Forearm stand or preparation for forearm stand. So same setup, grab opposite elbows to measure out shoulders width. Take the forearms down, grounding your forearms. Lift the knees, walk your toes in. Right? If you're ready to take your forearm stance, go ahead. If you're not, and you're just taking preparation, I will work through the preparation with you. You're just simply walking your feet in as close as you can, take your inner thighs together. And then shift forward to your tiptoes, lean forward, and then heels back down and shift back. So what this does, go up and down a few times. So what this does is it starts to take the shape of the initial pose for you, right? And building the muscle memory into your shoulders and your arms so that you can start to feel and build up the strength and flexibility within the components that go into the forearm stance, right? So when you lean forward, you're going to require more flexibility in your arms and more strength in your shoulders. When you lean back, you're taking the flexibility into the back of the legs. So leaning forward, leaning back is a counterbalance and working on different elements of the pose. All right, everyone, take the knees down and take child's pose. If you took the forearm stance, it might actually feel really good to take the hands alongside the ankles and let the shoulders release. If you didn't do that, maybe the arms can stay forward, or you can just make pillows with your hands. Right? We have many options on how to take your rest here. Alright, this time we'll take the handstand preparation. Same type of work. If you are ready for your handstands, you can take them. If you're doing preparation, take the preparation with me. Hands are about shoulders width, fingers wide spread. Index fingers or middle fingers point straight forward. Press your fingertips, finger knuckles, and the pads of the hands strongly to the floor. You're pressing into your wrists as well, but take a lot of weight into your fingers, okay? Tuck the toes, lift the knees, and walk your feet in as close as you can. You're looking in between the thumbs, right? So same thing, walk your feet in as close as you can. Keep full extension of your arms and your legs. So if you're less flexible, you might be wider. If you're more flexible, you're going to be closer. Okay? Those of you taking handstands, you can start to go ahead. The rest of us taking preparations. Press your palms down. Lift up to your tiptoes. Shift forward. Press firmly into your fingers. And then on the exhale, shift back and down. Inhale, lift up and forward. Exhale, back and down. Inhale, up and forward. Exhale, back and down. Inhale up. Exhale down one more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Everyone, start to walk your feet in. Walk your hands in toward your feet and fold forward. If you want to grab opposite elbows, you can. You can also soften your knees a little bit so that you're not in possible hyperextension in a forward fold. If you have your arms crossed, take the other arm on top. So this is non-dominant crossing. It may be kind of confusing. It may be kind of awkward. Start to release your hands. Hands to the floor for support. Bend at the knees, let the seat drop. Lift the back of the head and the upper front back so you're much more straight in your spine. Shift the weight back toward your heels, and through the strength of the legs, come up to your standing position. Walk toward the front of the mat. Bend the knees. Come up, chair. Stepping on the left foot, pick up the right knee. You can take a tree or you can take a half lotus. You can start with your left hand holding onto your right foot for your half lotus and raise your arms up high. So if you have your tree, it's the sole of the right foot to the inner legs and both arms up. Alright, you can take any tree variations you like. You can wrap the hands back behind you, you can side bend. If you have the half lotus, you're working on the forward fold and the typical balance this time with the half lotus. And then if you have any other variations, you can go ahead and take it. Alright, wherever you are, start to break. Make your way back up to your tree. Release your right foot down and take a chair. Everyone stay in this chair for 3, 2, 1. Dive forward, stand, forward fold. Bend the knees again, rise up, chair, hands together in prayer. Twist to the right, left elbow. So outside the right knee and twist. If you want your side crows, take your side crows. Make your way back to the twisted chair. Gazes to the floor. Take the left hand to the right ankle, right hand behind you to a half pine. Shift the weight to your right foot. Pick up the left and reach back. You may bend left knee and grab inside the right foot to take it into a variation of Revolved Shavasana. Reach your left arm forward to lift up into Revolved Dancer's Pose. Step it back, Warrior 2. Lengthen out the right leg, triangle. Extended triangle. Half bound triangle. Take the left arm back up, left hand to the floor. Frame your right leg, inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold over the right leg. And let's revolve it. Left hand down, right arm up to twist. Extend it, right palm to face down and reach forward. Half bind it, right arm up and behind you. Raise your right arm back up, right hand to the floor. Take it all the way up, reverse triangle. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor, right foot stepping back plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Come forward into your plank. Lower all the way down to the belly. Turn the right hand in, 45 degrees. Bend your right knee. Reach back with your left hand and grab the foot. And look past your left shoulder behind you. Release, switch sides. Left arm turns in 45 degrees. Bend your left knee. Reach back with your right hand. Grab the foot and kick back. Look behind you. Take it back down, release. Walk your hands back. Child's pose. Forearms down, preparations again, or this time when you kick your legs up for forearm stands, you're going to switch legs and lead with the other leg instead of your dominant leg. You're going to lead with your non-dominant leg. So grab opposite elbows, measure out your shoulders, hands to the floor, forearms are parallel, tuck the toes under, walk your feet in. Those of you taking preparation with me, keep working with me. Those of you taking the full position of your forearm stance, take it. So preparation, we're changing the preparation this time. Right foot is down, left leg is up, it's one-legged. Inhale, come up onto your tiptoes, shift forward. Exhale, back and down, 5 times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Lift. Lower, lift. Lower, switch legs, left foot down, right leg up. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Step the right foot down, everyone, knees down, child's pose. So again, your arms can be forward or your arms can go back. Up to you. So when we take it to the handstand preparation, it's the same thing. It's going to be kicking into a handstand with the other leg, the non-dominant side, or you're doing one-legged like we just did with the forearm stance. Alright, take it back up, hands to the floor, shoulders width, tuck the toes under, lift the knees. Walk your feet in as close as you can, full extension of your arms and your legs. Alright, so those of you taking handstands, go ahead, and you're working with a non-dominant leg. So right foot down, left leg up, everyone else. High on your right tiptoe, shift forward, heel back and down. Inhale, lift 5 times, exhale down. Inhale, lift, exhale down. Inhale, lift, exhale down. One more. Inhale, lift, exhale down. Switch legs, left foot down, right leg up. Inhale, lift, exhale down. Lift, and back. Lift, and back. 2 more. Lift, back. Lift, back. Step the right foot down. Walk your hands in. Stand in the forward fold. This time, wrap the left arm around the back of the legs. Wrap the right arm around. Grab opposite elbows and lengthen to fold. Release your arms. So we're going to switch the other side. Right arm around first. Left arm on top, grab opposite elbows, lengthen and fold. Release your arms, bend the knees, let the seat draw down as you lift the back of the head, end up your back, and slowly stand up. Through the strength of the legs, draw back forward to front of the room, to front of the mat. Step the feet down, bend the knees, rise up chair. Stepping on the right foot, pick up the left knee. Tree pose or half lotus. So the left foot and the right thigh for tree or half lotus, and then arms up. You can keep your right hand grabbing your left foot for the half lotus with the left arm up. If you can keep in place, take both arms up. Otherwise, it's your regular tree. Then taking your variations of choice, if you have regular tree, you can wrap the hands back behind you, you can side bend, or work through anything else you want. If you have your half lotus, you're working into your forward fold and your tiptoe balance. And if you're working through any other transitions, repeat them. Alright, start to finish up your options. Step the left foot back down, chair. So staying in this chair helps you to reset your knees and ankles, especially if you took the half lotus. And then dive forward, stand, forward bend. Then come right back up to chair, hands together, prayer, twisting to the left. Twisted chair, right elbow to left knee, line up your knees and twist. If you took the side crows, take it here. Inhale, square back to center chair. Exhale, dive forward. Bend the knees deeply, shift to your tiptoes. Lift the torso, arms forward to balance. And then slowly take the seat down. Soles of feet together, knees apart. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Take it back up. Extend the legs forward, separating your feet. Upavishta Konasana, straddling, seated forward fold. Seated, straddling forward fold. Alright, so have the feet pretty wide. To go even deeper is hands to the floor. Lift the seat up. Go even wider by pressing the legs further out and then take the seat down. So you would have gotten a little bit deeper here. Alright, start with your hands. Rotate it outwardly with your fingertips or your palms flat. Lift up, draw the shoulders back so you're broadening your collarbone and then engaging your upper back so there is a slight back bend here. So rather than looking up, you want to actually look forward with a neutral spine. Inhale, lengthen, expand. Exhale, press into your fingers. With that lengthy spine, start to tilt forward. Leading with your heart center. So as you draw forward, you're going to feel the stretch to your inner thighs, to your hamstrings, to your hip creases, to your groin. Alright, so go as far as you can without rounding the spine, then hold it. Then when you're ready to switch your hand positioning to go forward, if you have more in you, keep that slight upper back bend and the heart opener. Reach forward a little bit more. Keep the legs engaged and the toes are rolling up toward the sky the best you can. Alright, so we all have a tendency, I also have a tendency to roll forward, so I have to be very mindful about rolling the toes back up. If you have a little bit more depth, keep working incrementally. Walk your hands over to left side, press your left arm to inner left leg, right arm crossed, right arm up and overhead, and side bend to your left. Keep going. If you have that binding of the hand to the foot, go ahead and take it. Start to release, keep it low. Switch directions, right arm to inside the right leg, left arm across, then overhead and toward the right side. Keep leaning over to the right, to the point that may be your binding hand to foot. Keep it low. Walk it back to center, and then walk it back up. Soles of feet together, hands to your inner thighs above the knees. When you pick up the knees, draw the soles of feet together, and the feet can be a little bit further forward, creating a diamond shape. You're going to take a very gentle forward fold, that's a rounded back forward fold. You can grab your feet, you can thread the arms underneath and round. Release, roll it back up with the hands supporting, extend the legs, hands out to either side, and as you slide the hands out, your hands are supporting you to recline back. Left knee comes in, left arm out to a T, and twist to the right. Back to center, switch legs, switch arms, twist to your left. Back to center again, hug both knees in. Then step the feet to the floor. Slide the legs forward. Toes are turned out, arms along the side, palms face up, eyes are closed. Shavasana, final relaxation. Begin to draw the breath back in, moving the fingers and your toes, reaching the arms overhead, stretching in opposite directions, rolling over to the right side and come up to a comfortable cross-leg position. Reconnecting to an even seat, a lengthy spine, shoulders broad, breath deep, and let the neck be free. Inhale for Om. Hands together in prayer, bowing forward, sealing the practice. Inhale, come up. Namaste. Thank you everyone for sharing your practice with me today. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the payment information for Venmo and PayPal. My preferred way of payment is through Venmo at Simha Yoga Lab, and the 4-digit ID code is 8096. Classes are $10, $5 if I'm having a difficult time. Please visit also my YouTube channel at Simha Yoga Lab, and all the videos are on there 24/7, so you have full access anytime you want to practice. Be well, take care, I will see you soon, be safe everybody.